Now, you brought up an interesting point. You didn't lose your virginity till college.
Yes.
Now, why? Because most times, especially in 2016...
didn't play. That's all my mama did not play. And I thank God every day that, unfortunately, they say mama's babies, daddy's maybes. I don't know about the whole daddy's girl thing, but my mom is my rock. And what my mom said, that went, and I never went against anything that my mom said. So if my mom told me to put my nose and toes to the wall, that's what I did. So if she told me don't be out here being loose and doing A, B, and C, that's not what I did. And I thank God that I didn't, because I was able to achieve a lot so young as a young black girl that were not being done. I didn't go outside, kicking it outside and doing, I didn't do all that. So.
Because that's why you were raised, or because that was your choice?
No, both. I think the foundation is because that's how I was raised. I think that, and that's why so many kids are running rampant now, because parents don't want to put that foot down and tell you, no, you're going to do this because that's what I told you to do. And, people think it's a control thing, but I think it's a trust thing. People don't trust people. No, you can't trust your friend. You can't trust your family. You get what I'm saying? Your parent, anybody. It's a trust thing. I trusted what my mom told me to do. And, and we were just talking about that when I was home. It worked. It worked. I like to believe, regardless of what people may think about me, I'm a damn good woman, and I'm polished. You get what I'm saying? I'm polished, and it's rare that you meet women who are like that. Whether that's you see them on Instagram or you bump into them on the street.
Now, what about the pressures, peer pressure to have sex as a woman before college? How did you face that? How did you deal with that? Did you feel pressured, or you more felt the pressure of your mom than anything?
I think, no. With my mom, I never saw it as pressure. I'm not going to lie. It was a little bit of fear. But I never saw it as... Or
fear, I should say, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't so much of... Even, like, the fear, it was because I wanted to. And, that's what me and my mom talked about. And I think that's the dynamic of parenthood. When we are children and they tell us, you're going to do what I say do because I'm the parent, and you trust in that, at some point, it feels good when your parent says, you know what, I'm proud of you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm really proud of you, and you did everything that I asked you to do. You did things that I didn't even have to tell you to do, and I'm proud of how you turned out. And you turned out way better than I ever perceived it to be, And I would like to think that my mom kind of went into overdrive, because she did, she kind of got put in a bad position. I don't think that my mom regrets me, but I definitely know for a fact that she was on a mission. If you think I'm one hell of a woman, my mom is me times 10, So I think that she kind of put all of her energy into me. So even right now, as a grown-ass woman, I'm still doing it for my mama. I'm still doing it for my family and doing it for me and everything that I want. I think people lack ambition. A lot of women lack ambition. A lot of women, for example, that are on social media with all these followers, they're not making no money. They just on Instagram half naked. I have never even done, last night, Israel, he's a photographer, a well-known photographer here in Atlanta. I did my first, implied nudity shoot with him last night. Came out beautiful, amazing. And I told him, it's going to be a lot of photographers mad because they've been trying to one-shoot me in general or get me to do those things. And to me, like I said, everything boils down to a trust. If I can't trust you, how am I supposed to be comfortable with getting in front of you on the camera? How am I supposed to trust the book and get your service that you're offering or doing? Everything boils down to a trust, and you get back what you put in. So a lot of people don't trust because they're not trustworthy. That's what that boils down to. So I just go hard in everything that I do. I'm not lazy. I'm ambitious. I'm all for the action. I'm all for, networking with people, getting to know people, because I really do believe deep down inside that I'm not a normal person, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. I just really believe I have a bigger destiny for something.
Now, what year in college did you lose your virginity, if you don't mind me asking? Was it freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
It was freshman year. It was freshman year. And it was with my boyfriend. It was. Yeah.
Now, what is your advice to someone watching this that's a female who's thought about having sex before college, And what age would you say you were when you lost your virginity?
Around 19.
19, okay. So let's say somebody's thinking about having sex or losing their virginity before 19 or before college, but might not be comfortable in doing so yet, wants to hold on a little bit longer. What's your advice to someone like that?
Whatever you feel, that's what you need to do. Whatever you feel, that's what you need to do. Period. So whether that's you feel like you wanted to on Monday and then Wednesday rolled around and you didn't want to, it's okay on Friday to say, no, I'm good. I don't want to do that no more. That's your right as a woman. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I think that's, especially with young girls from the age, girls being 12 and 13 becoming pregnant, that's amazing to me. I want to know, how did that even happen? Like, you get what I'm saying? How did they even get to the point where that was even an option? But it boils down to really having that self-worth. So it's not even about the deadline being college. If I have a close pageant sister of mine who literally, she waited until she was married. And I salute that. And I don't salute it because that's the norm or that's what's supposed to be done. I salute it because she told me when we were freshmen in college that she was not going to lose her virginity and she wasn't having sex with no man until he put a ring on it. And I respect her for doing exactly what she said she was going to do. She did exactly what she wanted to do and what she felt like was right. So I would say, whether it's high school, whether it's college, your adult life, if you are ready to have sex, then have it, but be safe. Be proactive, not reactive. So a lot of young women, they go into thinking that they're ready for that step and they don't have the foundation or the knowledge, about safe sex or the things that's going on, or just their voice to say no. A lot of girls lose their virginity, young, Smallz, believe it or not, when they aren't even knowledgeable to know what they're doing. I swear. And not so much physically, but, emotionally, spiritually.
Now, looking back, hindsight 2020, do you feel like that was appropriate for you to lose your virginity as a freshman in college, or do you wish you would have waited a little longer? Do you wish you would have had it a little earlier? What is your, regardless of the guy, just having sex in general?
You want to know my whole standpoint on that? And this is going to sound so weird because I know people just view me as like this little sex goddess, but it really wasn't that important. Like, how can I put this? I'm not going to say like, oh, I should have waited longer or I could have did it earlier. Like, it happened. I thank God that I was safe about it. I was knowledgeable about it. It's a lot of young girls, believe it or not, if you ask most women about their first, it didn't, even if it started off well, it didn't end well. And I thank God that wasn't my story. I still have love for the person that I was with. Like, you get what I'm saying? There ain't no bad blood there. But certain people, don't even have a choice. Some people don't even know who it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or know who it was, but it wasn't a choice. It wasn't their choice. So I just think that women should do what they want to do when they want to do it. And I would also say, as a young girl, if you are in high school or in college and you do have that thought, as soon as you have that thought that that's what you want to do with your boyfriend or whoever, your girlfriend, tell a parent, tell a friend, tell somebody, some adult that's in your life that can point you in the direction of you to be safe about it. Whether that's condoms, I'm real big on the HPV vaccine, like all of that. Like, it's a lot of young women who don't even know about that, and that's a vaccination that most young girls between the age of about 12 and 18 should get, because if you don't get that vaccination and you are having sex and then you become exposed to a sexually transmitted disease, that makes you more prone to have cervical cancer. You get what I'm saying? That's a vaccine that you can get for free. You can get for free. You get what I'm saying? But most young girls don't know that, and then you end up having to deal with that type of consequence in life, and it was avoidable, but they don't know.